All right, welcome back to US Grit Baseball, where we are facing off in the second game of pool play here at the USSSA Majors Spring Training Tournament in Chandler, Arizona at Cactus Yards. Grit getting ready to face off against Arizona Adrenaline 10U team. Grit did win a pretty close game, 4-2 earlier. Let's see what we can do. Let's go Grit. Mason Doyle pitching for Grit here to lead off the top of the first, and his first pitch is high for ball one. I want to thank you again for tuning in to US Grit Baseball. If you do see something that you like in this video, please leave us a comment, like, subscribe, and share our videos. Help us push to 500 subscribers. And the second pitch, the 1-0 from Mason Doyle, is pulled down and away for ball two. Mason Doyle here in a 3-2. Swung on and hit in the air, and that is going to find some grass there. A little gapper over Mason Herrera's head, and Arizona Adrenaline starts off with a single. Nice hit there, young man number 21. Okay, runner on first now, no outs to start off the game. First pitch is up. Runner does not go. Here comes the 1-0. In there, strike one. Runner goes, and throw was there, just couldn't handle it. Would have been close, but runner takes second base, 1-1. No, they do pick, and here comes the 3-2 delivery again. Called strike three, caught the corner. All right, new batter, first pitch. Just off the plate, ball one. Here comes the 2-1 delivery from Mason Doyle, down in the dirt, ball three. By the catcher, runner is going, and he's gonna be safe there, so Arizona Prospects, or Arizona Adrenaline, I forgot their name for a second. They do strike first, 1-0. Let's go Grit. All right, Mason Doyle back to work here, 2-2 count. The delivery hit on the ground, swallowed up by Gavin, thrown to first base, and that is an out. Good job, Gavin. Okay, 2 down now, nobody on. First pitch to this batter finds the outside corner for strike one. All right, Doyle now, 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2 pitch. Called strike three, and Doyle does get out of it, but they do give up 1 run, so Grit's got work to do to start the game here. Let's go Grit. All right, Gavin stepping in to lead off the game here for Grit. Bottom of the first, down by 1. And his first pitch that he sees is up for ball one. Here comes the 2-2 to Gavin. Swung on and missed, strike three. Good try, Gavin, 1 down. Mason Doyle stepping in now, trying to help his own cause out as he's pitching this game. 1 out, nobody on, first pitch, down and away, ball one. Here comes the 3-1. That one's up, and Mason Doyle does work a walk, so we've got a runner on first with 1 out. Okay, Eden stepping in now. Mason Doyle on first base, 1 out. First pitch is up, ball one. Doyle goes, and he's going to be safe there at second base. Ball does get away, but he's going to have to hold as it stays right there in the infield. Eden back in now. Count is 2-0. And the delivery swung on and hit well, and over the third baseman's glove, and that's going to get down all the way, almost to the fence. Gavin is going to score. Eden is going to be into second base. Nice double, Eden. Way to go, kid. Attaboy. Okay, Saya stepping in now after Eden's double tied the game at 1. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and fouled off the catcher's mask, strike one. Saya stepping back in for another 0-2 delivery. And here's the pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, and that gets through and all the way out to the right fielder who picks it up. Saya going too, and he's going to be in there, and Eden is going to score. So Saya hits a 1-run double, and Grit goes up 2-1. Good job, Saya. All right, Clayton stepping in now. Saya on second base, 1 out. First pitch away for ball one. And Clayton stepping back in, 3-2. Outside off the plate, ball 4. So Clayton works a walk. We got first and second now with 1 out. Herrera coming up. Herrera stepping in.
The Jacks?
No, it's Mason Herrera stepping in. First and second, 1 out. First pitch is called strike one on the outside corner. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Mason Herrera. Called strike three on the outside corner. That's 2 down. All right, Levi the Kid stepping in. First and second, 2 outs. Needing a hit here. First pitch is up for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Up and in, ball 2. Runners are going. And he's going to be safe there at third base. All right, the 3-0 to Levi. Down and away, ball 4. So Levi works a walk on 4 pitches. Bases loaded, and Rocco coming up. Let's go, Rocco. Rocco stepping in, bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch in there, strike 1. You got this kid. Rocco stepping back in, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rocco goes down on strikes. Bases stay loaded. Here we go. Okay, Mason Doyle back in to pitch the top of the 2nd inning here. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Here comes another 3-2 pitch from Mason Doyle. Up and away. Umpire signals just up. Ball 4, so leadoff batter earns a walk. Let's go, Grit. And the pitch. Runner goes. And he's safe there at second base. Here comes the 1-1 from Mason Doyle. Swung on, hit on the ground. That will move the runner to third. Gavin does field it, get it to first base for the out. But it is 1 out now, runner on third base. Here we go. All right, runner on third now, 1 out. Mason Doyle needing an out here. Try to hold that runner to third base. First pitch is up and in for ball 1. All right, Doyle stepping back in. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down now, runner still at third base. Good job, Doyle. First pitch, new batter, down in the dirt, ball 1. All right, Mason stepping back up, 1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3, and he gets out of it, leaves the runner on third base, and maintains the 2-1 lead. Way to go, Doyle. Let's go. Okay, Austin stepping in now to lead off the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch is away. Nope, called, strike 1. All right, Austin back in, 1-1 count. Swung on and hit well, and that gets through. And Austin going 2. And he's safe there at second base, just barely. Attaboy, Austin, way to start us off, kid. All right, Jax stepping in now. Austin on second base. Jax does have a hurt wrist. We'll see what he can do here. He bunts, and pitcher does pick it up and throw it to first, and they do get him, just barely, almost threw it away. But Austin moves over to third base, so good job, Jax, way to do a job. Austin on third base now. Gavin stepping in with 1 out. First pitch is up and away, ball 1. The 3-0, and that's away. And Gavin does work a walk there on 4 pitches. Runners at the corners now, 1 out for Mason Doyle. All right, Mason Doyle now. First pitch, down and away, ball 1. And Gavin does take second base, so second and third now, 1 out. Doyle back in now, 2-2 count still. Swung on and hit into the gap in right center field. That one gets all the way to the fence. The fences are deep. That's going to score 2. Doyle is going 3. And he's going to stand up there for a triple, a 2-run triple. Attaboy, Mason Doyle. Okay, Eden stepping in now. Mason Doyle on third base. 1 out. And the first pitch is up and away, ball 1. Okay, 2-2 count. Catcher now actually on the corner. And Eden waves at that one for strike 3, 2 down. Behind the umpire is Josiah. First pitch is up for ball 1. All right, Saya stepping back in now. 3-2 pitch. That one is up, so he earns himself a walk. We've got runners at the corners now with Clayton coming out. All right, Clayton stepping in now, first and third. First pitch called, strike 1. Nice little curveball. Saya takes second base. And the 3-1, that one is up, ball 4. So Clayton works a walk and brings up Herrera. Mason Herrera stepping in here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch is called, strike 1. Mace stepping back in, down 0-2 here. And the pitch, he swings and misses. And they got to go to first. And I don't think they got him. So because the bases were loaded, he was able to run there, and they're going to stay loaded, and Grit scores a run. Excuse me, I misspoke. Because it was 2 outs, nothing to do with bases loaded. Catcher could have stepped on the plate. Mason Herrera was able to run there, and even though he was able to run even though first base was occupied because it was 2 outs. So Grit scores a run there. All right, that brings up Levi now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch is inside, and they say he swung. Okay. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. fielded by the first baseman and tagged first base. So that is going to be the end of the inning. Grit did score another run, 5-1. Let's go Grit. Mason Doyle back out to pitch. First pitch of the inning is fouled to the backstop, strike one. All right, Doyle ahead 0-2 here. On the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike three. That's out number one. Good job, Doyle. Here comes the 1-1 from Mason Doyle. In there, strike two. Good pitch. And the 2-2. Called, strike three. That's two down. Good job, Mason. All right, two down now. New batter, nobody on. Mason Doyle's first pitch. Called, strike one. Good pitch. Here comes a 1-2 again. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by Doyle. Tough play. And safe. They say he pulled his foot. All right, runner on first now, 2 outs. Doyle still working. It was a tough at bat last at bat. A lot of pitches. Cleaned up with a little dribbler that was just a tough play. First pitch is fouled to the backstop. Here's the 0-1. That is high, and runner goes, and he's safe. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit in the air. And caught by Rocco. I couldn't tell who was getting it. Rocco steps up and makes the catch. Attaboy. Grit gets out, puts up a 0. Good pitching, Mason Doyle. Way to pick him up, Rocco. Now let's get a hit to start off this inning, kid. You're up first. Let's go. All right, Rocco stepping in. He just had a new custom warm-up song right about him I've never heard before. First pitch. Outside corner called strike one. All right, Rocco steps back in. 3-2 pitch coming. Down and away, ball 4. So he works a walk and gets on base to start off the inning. Yeah. All right. Little confusion, but yes, he did walk. Here we go. All right. Smalls, aka Austin, up to bat. Swings and fouls the first pitch off. Strike one. This game is running low on time. If Grit bats long enough or puts up enough runs to reach a mercy rule status, they could end it here. Austin hits a ball on the ground right at the base. Rocco's going to be out. He does slide, and Austin's going to be safe at first base. So, and Austin's going to go to second because I think the ball went out of play. Way to go in hard, Rocco. That's all you can do there. Attaboy. Jack stepping back in. He did lay down a nice butt last at bat, but he did get out. We'll see if he's swinging here. No, he's bunting again, and he bunts what probably would have been ball 1, foul. Here's the 2-1. Jack shows bunt, and he does lay one down. That's going to be a tough play, and Jax is going to beat it out. Ball gets by. Austin is going to score, and Jax is going 3. So even though Jax can't really swing the bat without hurting his wrist right now, man, he helps the team with that bunt. Way to go. All right, Gavin's stepping in now. Jax on third base, 1 out. Gavin looks for a bunt and pulls back. Ball 1. Gavin stepping back in now, 2-2 count. Pitcher comes set. And the pitch. Gavin sits on it and hits it. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's bobbled. And Gavin's going to beat it out and score another run. Attaboy. Way to go, Gavin. All right, Mason steps in. I believe it is 1 out. Gavin on first base. First pitch is down and away. Gavin's going. And he's safe there at second base. Okay. Mason Doyle stepping back in, 1-0 count. Gavin on second now. First pitch is behind him. Ball 2. Gavin going 3, and he's going to be in there safely. And the pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 4. So runners on the corners, and that's going to bring up Eden. All right, Eden stepping back in now. First pitch to him is swung on and hit in the air, but foul. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And Rocco running for Mason Doyle takes second base. Eden stepping back in here. The 3-2. Whoops. I was zoomed so far out I didn't even realize it. That's ball 4. And that's going to be bases loaded. I think they might be thinking about... Yep, they are calling the ball game. So they are out of time. So Grit is going to go 2-0 the first day of pool play. Way to go, boys. They're going to have another pool play game tomorrow trying to go 3-0, and then most likely the first bracket play game tomorrow night. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment. Don't forget to share our videos. Help us reach 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.